Hi, this is Tatiana from Tatiana Math Resources, and we're looking at the CXC Math Past Paper 2018, question 4. First, part A, it says here, the function f with domain A equals 1, 2, 3 is given by f of x is a half x minus 3. What is the value of f of 1? So let's substitute that. So we're going to have f of 1 is equals to a half x minus 3. So let's substitute a half 1 minus 3. That's going to give us a half minus 3. When we substitute that, we're going to get negative 5 over 2 or negative 2.5. Part 2. Find the value of x for which f of x is equals to negative 2. So f of x is a half x minus 3 and it's equals to negative 2. So they want you to solve. So we have an equation here. So we're going to keep the half x on the left hand side. Leave this negative 2, or we're going to move this minus 3. We're going to move this minus 3 and carry it over on the other side, which is going to give us a plus. Let's put in a different color, a plus. Okay, a plus 3. So that's a half x is equals to 1, positive 1. The bigger value is positive. So another way of writing that is x. Another way of writing a half x is x over 2 is equals to 1. So what we will do is multiply this by 2. Multiply the left hand side by 2. That is going to cancel out here, and it's going to leave us with x is equals to 2. Part 2 of the question, here we are asked an ordered pair for the function is expressed in the form a, b. Using your answers to A part 1 and 2, or otherwise list the ordered pairs for the function f. So remember, the ordered pairs are x and y. Here it has it as a and b, same thing. So when x is equals to 1, we worked it out before to be negative 2.5. When x was 2, remember it was negative 2, but we don't know what happens when x is 3. So let's work that out. So it was f of 3 would equals to half x minus 3. And we are going to solve for that. That's going to give us a half x. Where we have x, we're going to replace it with 3. So let me put that in a different color, just 3. Oops. Minus 3. So that is a 3 over 2 minus 3. Plug that into your calculator. 3 over 2 minus 3 is going to give us negative 3 over 2 or negative 1.5. So this will be negative 1.5. Okay. Part 4 of the question reads, explain why f of x is not equals to 5 for the function specified on page 13. The reason is, for the domain, it is equals to 1, 2, 3. And we know that the range was negative 2.5, negative 2, negative 1.5. So 5 is not a part of this range for this domain A. Therefore, f of x is not equals to 5. Have question B, 4b, and it says solve the inequalities and we have part 1 is 3x minus 1 is less than 11, and B, 2 less than or equals to 3x minus 1. Right, so let's go right into it and solve. So just like an equation, we are going to understand that this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. And when I say that, I mean the left hand side of the inequality symbol here, which is less than. Okay, so I'm going to keep 3x on the left hand side, 11 on the right hand side, but I'm going to move this minus 1. So it's going to become a plus 1. So we'll get 3x is less than 12. And we know our next step is to divide both sides by the coefficient of our x term. So 3x divided by 3 less than 12 over 3. Cancel. We're going to get x is less than 4. Okay. B, we have again left hand side, right hand side. This time our inequality symbol is the less than and equals to sign. So I'm going to keep 2 here, but I'm going to move this minus 1, it become a plus 1, less than and equals to 3x. So 2 plus 1 is 3, less than or equals to 3x. Again, we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient of our x term, which is 3 again. We cancel, we get 1 less than or equals to, we cancel here, x. Okay, part 2 says represent the solution to 2 less than or equals to 3x minus 1 less than 10 on the number line shown below. So do you notice that 2 less than and equals to 3x minus 1 was our second inequality, and if we move that, we would also notice that the 3x minus 1 less than 11 was here. Okay, so what we're just going to do is to write down the solutions. So here we're going to write the less than equals to, I'm going to write it above. So in other words, we have 2 is less than or equals to 3x minus 1 less than 11. So we're going to write an x here, less than or equals to, that answer was 1, and here was less than 4. Okay, I'm going to represent that on the number line. So we're going to understand that this is x, and we are reading in that direction. So x is more than and equals to 1. So I'm going to put my circle over 1. And because it is less than, and equals to, reading this way, x is less than and equals to 1, I have to shade this circle here. And then we have that x is less than 4. Okay, so I'm going to put my circle over 4. It's going to remain open because it is less than, and then I'm going to connect my lines. So we're saying that x is more than or equals to 1, correct, less than 4. So the answers are 1, 2, 3, but we will not include 4. So let me write that down. So if I had to list the solution, I would have to write 1, 2, 3. I cannot include 4 because there's a circle above and it's not shaded, so it does not include 4. This is Tatiana from Tatiana Math Resources. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.